First known photo of quadruplets taken in the 1860s. Immigrant children undergo health checks on Ellis Island, 1911. Riders cross the finish line of the first Tour de France, 1903. Volkswagen car features a built-in coffee maker, 1959. Man collects cigarette butts on the streets of Paris, 1905. Eiffel Tower under construction in July 1888. IBM 5100 portable computer released in 1975. Bathysphere sets deep-sea dive record at 932 meters in 1932. Construction begins on the Berlin Wall in Germany, 1961. Mobile meat truck serves customers in London, 1972. Tourists snap photos near the Leaning Tower of Pisa, 1976. Little Inuit girl poses with her husky in 1949. Mr. Bean stands beside his Aston Martin Viv 8, 1980s. World's first ATM installed in San Francisco, October 25, 1966. Large Irish family poses outside their home in the 1950s. Mona Lisa retrieved from World War II, hiding place in 1945. Sydney Opera House construction underway in 1966. Workers operate a pasta factory in Italy, 1934. Albert Einstein with his sister Maya in New York, 1939. Technicians repair the World Trade Center antenna in 1979. Soldiers share a prosthetic leg at a London hospital in 1918. Young Michael Jordan wearing Air Jordan 1 sneakers in 1985. Levi Strauss creates the first jeans for minors in 1850. Teenagers model prom dresses in the 1970s. Milkman delivers to Streatham Grammar School, London, 1939. Minimalist American house in Los Angeles, 1964. Margaret Hamilton stands beside Apollo program code in 1969. Alain Delon photographed in France during the 1950s. Flying saucer-style gas station in Kyiv, 1980s USSR. Actors dressed as Ewoks during Star Wars filming, 1983. Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt photographed together in 1998. Toronto shop refuses LATA service during USSR-Afghanistan War, 1984. Ferruccio Lamborghini unveils the Countach S in 1980. Man takes a driving test in Hungary, 1980s. Diego Maradona trains in Naples ahead of 1986 World Cup. McDonald's opens in Cambridgeshire, UK in 1993. Coal is delivered by pulley to a fifth-floor apartment, France, 1917. Apollo program tests weightlessness with simulator in 1965. East African driving school uses stones to enforce head position, 1943. Interior view of the futuristic Maserati Boomerang, 1971. Sigmund Freud poses as sculptor makes his bust in Vienna, 1931. Man refuels his motorized roller skates in 1961. Marceline Bertrand, Angelina Jolie's mother in the 1970s. Around 2 million people form Baltic Human Chain for Independence, August 1989. Jerry West in the iconic 1969 photo used for the NBA logo. Marlon Brando and Francis Ford Coppola on The Godfather set, 1972. (1960s era computer room filled with mainframes. Lon Chaney transforms into the Phantom of the Opera using his own makeup, circa 1925. Tourists visit the Statue of Liberty Crown in the 1980s. Concorde prototype undergoes vibration testing in Toulouse, France, 1967. Aerial view shows polluted Cuyahoga River flowing into Lake Erie, 1967. Horse-drawn street cleaner operates in New York City, 1905. Sweden switches from left to right-hand traffic on one day in 1967. Couple enters their BMW Isetta through the front, 1950s. Man takes an early selfie using a stick trigger, 1957. April 11th, 1953. Prediction that phones will dominate future life. Women shop for cosmetics at Illum Department Store, Copenhagen, 1904. Wedding party celebrates in Harlem, New York, 1983. Photographer Margaret Bourke sits atop Chrysler Building, New York City, 1935. Titanic disaster headlines posted in 1912. Soviet biorobots clear radioactive debris at Chernobyl, 1986. Man rides a motorcycle in 1938. World War I soldier shows shell shock with a distant, vacant gaze. Factory workers punished for theft. Exact year unknown. Frozen fountain creates towering ice formation in Detroit, 1910s. Goodyear shows off illuminated tires that never made production, 1961. Atari team shows Pong console at their office, California, 1973. Frank Zappa at home in Los Angeles with family and cat, 1970. Anthony Quinn chats with King Hussein on the set of Lawrence of Arabia, 1962. Laundry hangs between tenements in New York City, circa 1905. Demonstration of the Forth Bridge cantilever design in Scotland, 1887. '48-car elevator garage in downtown Chicago, built in 1936. The dense, lawless Kowloon-walled city in Hong Kong, 1989. Life before smartphones in the 1990s. Rock Hudson attends a White House dinner with Reagan, May 1984. The band Kiss poses with their parents in 1976. 1930s. Coca-Cola soda fountain car on the road. All 10 brothers served and returned from World War II safely. Teenage Sigmund Freud with his mother in 1872. Massive sequoia tree stands tall in California, August 7, 1948. Behind the scenes on the set of Titanic, 1997. Sunlight beams through Grand Central Terminal, New York City in 1929. Chicago transitions from trolley to bus service, 1948. A saloon scene from late 1800s Wyoming. Wealthy woman steps off a streetcar in New York, 1912. Women donate nylon stockings for wartime use, USA, 1944. Family in West Berlin shows children to grandparents across the wall, 1961. Louis Renault poses with his first car in 1898. San Francisco's Cliff House captured just before it burned down, 1907. Architect Minoru Yamasaki with WTC models in 1971. Seattle hills being flattened for development, 1910s. German kids play with worthless currency during a 1923 hyperinflation. Queen Elizabeth II prepares her Christmas speech, 1960. Transporting the Fat Man bomb to Nagasaki, 1945. German gas station captured in 1958. Poor Londoners photographed in the early 1900s. Crowd watches Seinfeld finale in Times Square, 1998. Twin Towers and Manhattan skyline captured in 1984. People attempt to domesticate zebras in London, 1913. Mickey the Shoeshine Boy in New York City, photographed by Stanley Kubrick, 1947. Teen Bryn Owen poses with his mirror-covered Vespa, 1983. The Supremes pose in style at Manchester Square, London, 1963. Rare photo from the 1912 Grand Prix motor race. Bodybuilders Nasser El Sanbadi and Ronnie Coleman together in 1997. Stranded family from Oklahoma seeks future in California, 1937. World Trade Center seen clearly from the harbor in 1976. Four American veterans represent four different wars. Street scene in East Berlin just before the wall fell, 1989. Grocery store clerk at work in Tallahassee, Florida, 1962. Manhattan McDonald's with a parking lot, late 1990s. Bedouin woman wearing a face mask in Muscat, Oman, 1905. NYC, Mercury train, dwarfed by Cleveland's Union Station, 1936. JFK celebrates Halloween at the White House with his kids, 1963. High class dining on steel beams in New York City, 1932. Shantytown built in New York's Central Park, 1940s. The Endurance trapped in Antarctic ice as crew watches, 1915. Pizza Hut during its golden era in the 1990s. Young Marine private waits on Da Nang Beach, Vietnam, 1965. The Huffy radio bicycle released in the 1950s. A wheat field briefly grew in the middle of Manhattan, 1982. Original McDonald's menu from 1955. Charles Lindbergh's cockpit inside the Spirit of St. Louis Louis, 1927. Friends pose in a Chicago arcade, 1987. Unfinished Easter Island Moai statue would have stood 72 feet tall. Boy shows off his handmade wooden bike, 1912. Riveters build a B-25 bomber cockpit at Inglewood Aviation Plant, 1940s. Passengers ride inside a train in the 1800s. Scrabble inventor Alfred Butts poses with oversized board, 1931 concept. Elvis consoles his father after his mother's death, 1958. A 1970s photo of bizarre sandwich recipes from the era. Immigrant family arrives at Ellis Island, 1904. Carpenter's Drive-In Restaurant at Sunset and Vine, Hollywood, 1932. Coal miners discover a petrified tree in a coal seam, 1918. Niagara Falls appears frozen solid during winter, 1911. Princess Diana caught dozing during an event while secretly pregnant, 1981. One of the oldest people ever photographed, circa 1840s. Early motorhome hits the road in 1922. Abraham Lincoln refuses to straighten his hair, 1857. Hair straightening in progress, 1960s style. Man takes an early selfie using a mirror, 1920. Scientist descends into radioactive ruins of Chernobyl, 1986. Federal Reserve Bank of New York captured in 1959. Evolution of Coca-Cola bottle design from 1899 to 1986. Cowboy poses for a portrait in the 1890s, possibly in California. House being relocated in San Francisco, 1973. Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, and James Cameron on Titanic set, 1997. Charles Steinlauf's family bicycle with a sewing station, 1939. People gather by the Nile River in Egypt, 1962. Irish woman spinning wool by hand in 1890. Italian hunter in 1930 displays a gorilla with 2 African pygmies in the Belgian Congo. Woman washing an alligator at LA Alligator Farm in 1949. Women race pigs on a California beach in the 1950s. Girls compete in a pie-eating contest without hands. 1930s America. Record 400-pound sea bass caught in California. 1900. Sailor kisses nurse in Times Square on VJ Day, August 14, 1945. Hindenburg airship bursts into flames on May 6, 1937. Oldest known photo of USS Constitution setting sail, taken in 1881. "100,000 Iranian women march against the hijab law, Tehran, 1979. Meet the Night Witches, fearless Russian female pilots who bombed Nazis by night, 1941. A woman overlooking a snowy mountain pass in the Pyrenees Mountains, France, 1956. Estonian peasant shows off his homemade wooden bicycle in 1912. Davide Chislaghi tests a one-wheeled motorcycle in France, 1933. Young Brigitte Bardot, sunbathing on a Cannes beach in 1953. Boxing match takes place in Campo de Santana, Rio, during the 1930s. Woman wearing a 1950s-style bullet bra. Three friends ride in an open car through Ohio in the 1920s. Composer Harry Carroll with choir girls at his beach house in 1929. English motorists in heavy gear at a 1907 Liverpool car show. Man plays a street organ in São Paulo's Praça da República, 1910. Scene from 1965. Brazilian film The Puritan on Asturias Beach. Circus performers George and Fred, the Skeleton and Fat Man, in 1890. The Titanic docked in Southampton before its 1912 maiden voyage. Dog handler reads a message from a World War I messenger dog in 1915 France. Crowd gathers at a kiosk on Rua da America, Rio de Janeiro, 1900. Alberto Santos Dumont poses with a balloon in 1898. Police escort beachgoers off a Chicago beach for showing too much leg in 1922. Busy Rio Street scene around 1910. Lyndon B. Johnson sworn in as president aboard Air Force One, 1963. Women in swimsuits enjoy a beach day in Virginia, 1925. Young John F. Kennedy Jr. salutes his father at the funeral. U.S. soldiers comfort a French girl and her dog after D-Day, 1944. Nazi officer Heinrich Himmler faces a POW during World War II. Young girl poses proudly with her chicken circa 1900. Audrey Hepburn cradles her pet fawn in a 1958 photo. Jim Thorpe wins Olympic gold in 1912 after competing in borrowed shoes. Raquel Welch poses as a 1960s beauty icon. Max Wiedenheft tests a rocket-powered bicycle in Germany around 1900. Albert Einstein photographed in Nassau Point, New York, 1939. Victorian rural couple pose for a portrait in 1857 England. Wealthy woman carried by slaves in 1860s Brazil. Female footballers Mirna and Marizete at a 1959 match in Minas Gerais. Giant manta ray caught off New Jersey coast in the 1930s. Man holds a punt gun used for duck hunting, later banned in the 1960s. Alleged telepath tries to hypnotize a chimp in 1941. Miss Universe Aida Maria Vargas smiles with police in Miami, July 1963. Slaves gold washing on a Minas Gerais farm in 1880. Jenny Claire poses with her Austin Mini in 1970s London. Chinese criminals locked in neckboards as punishment in 1890. Young French girl sits pensively on a beach in 1920. Engineer John Walter in his self-built 1907 car with tank-style steering. Marie Curie and her Paris lab, captured in 1910. Arab man poses with his 3 wives and 2 servants in Egypt, 1870. Elvis Presley rides a Harley through Memphis, June, 1972. Head of Christ the Redeemer awaiting transport in 1931 Brazil. Civilians defend Mosoro with barricades against bandits in 1927. Contestants from the first Miss Soviet Union pageant in 1988. Onlookers gather at a car crash site in Washington, 1921. Today, in 1945, the Auschwitz death camp was discovered and liberated by the Red Army. Maria Bonita poses with her dogs in 1936 Brazil. Geologist Thomas Griffith Taylor and meteorologist Charles Wright in the entrance of an ice grotto. Terra Nova Expedition, Ross Island, 5 January 1911. Photo taken by Herbert Ponting. Papuan Mon helps a wounded Australian soldier in 1942. Anti-British propaganda, Japan, 1941. Mexican man demonstrates a tactic from the 1913 revolution. Female snipers of the 3rd Shock Army, 1st Belarusian Front, 775 confirmed kills, Germany, May 1945. French studio captures an erotic photo in 1928. A U.S. Marine rescues 2 Vietnamese children during a gun battle at the city of Hue during the Tet Offensive of the Vietnam War, 1968. Stefan Nailed stands by his invisibility machine in 1935. Mother and baby of family of 9 living in field on U.S. Route 70 near the Tennessee River, March 1936. Chester McDaffie in a bulky diving suit from 1914. A German World War II prisoner is released by the Soviet Union and reunited with his 12-year-old daughter, who has not seen him since infancy. Immigrant family gazes at the New York skyline in 1925. Homecoming, a British soldier, with his 8-month-old daughter as he arrives at the docks from overseas, 1945. Mexican revolutionaries gather in Tampico, January 1911. Last sword duel in history. In France, 1967, between the mayor of Marseille and the Socialist Party candidate for presidency. Narrow alleyway in Manhattan photographed in 1888. Burmese family speaks with a London police officer in 1935. Judges assess beauty pageant contestants in the 1930s in New York. England's international football team photo before match on March 4th, 1876. Brazilian Expeditionary Force parades in Rio de Janeiro, 1945. Street scene in Garnett, Kansas, photographed on April 26, 1884. Italian shepherd woman poses in Bomarzo in the 1950s. Japanese diplomats pose before the Sphinx in Egypt, 1864. R-33 airship readies for its maiden flight in 1919. World's first passport featuring a portrait is created. Tram travels through São Paulo in August 1958. In 1941, the photo on the left was taken of Soviet soldier Eugen Stepanovich Kobaitev on the day he left to go to war. Photo on the right was taken in 1945, after the end of the war, just 4 years apart. Nigerian man wears a traditional ceremonial mask in 1946. A Red Cross nurse writing down last words of mortally wounded soldier, taken around 1917. Texas cowboy poses with his horse around 1910. Sir David Attenborough, as a young man, late 1950s. Ohafia tribesman wears a warrior mask in West Africa, 1931. Keshia Thomas protects an alleged KKK supporter. From a mob in Ann Arbor, May, 1996. Pablo Picasso chats with a woman on a French beach, 1960s. Annette Kellerman promotes women's right to wear a fitted one-piece bathing. She was arrested for indecency, 1907. Doctor injects hair extract into a German girl in 1925. A Native American mother and her child, 1900s. Troops in Belo Horizonte during Brazil's 1930 revolution. An undercover police officer on duty. New York, Brooklyn, 1st July, 1969. American woman in a barrel costume promotes war relief, 1945. A boy's reaction, staring at a TV screen for the first time, 1948. Elvis signs autographs from atop a taxi in 1956. Berlin Wall begins construction in divided Germany, 1961. Citizens of Bruges await a vision of the Virgin Mary in 1933. The Mona Lisa is returned to the Louvre after World War II. Boxing match held aboard a U.S. Navy warship in July 1899. Marilyn Monroe films iconic scene for the 7-year itch, 1955. Men gather to listen to jazz on the radio in 1940s New York. Louis Daguerre captures one of the first street photos in Paris, 1838. Raul Seixas bikes through Rio in 1973 to protest pollution. Portrait of Hannah Stilley, born in 1746, one of the oldest photographed individuals. Mayan statue unearthed in Honduras in 1885. John Quincy Adams becomes the first U.S. president photographed in 1843. Arcos de Lapa captured in 1950s Rio de Janeiro. World's first press photo shows an arrest in France, 1847. Arkansas farm family poses for a photo in October 1935. Artists toast joyfully in one of the earliest group portraits, 1844. Crowd stands atop Cha Viaduct in São Paulo, 1955. Fizeau and Foucault photographed the sun using daguerreotype, April 2, 1845. Charlie Chaplin in a scene from A Dog's Life, 1918. Sergeant Antonio Bustos undergoes leg amputation surgery in 1847 photo. Two Belgian girls sell milk using a dog cart in the 1800s. Photo of the Alamo Church captured in 1849. Knife sharpener at work in Rio de Janeiro, 1899. Panoramic view of Boston taken from 600 meters altitude in 1860. Shellfish vendor works the streets of New York in 1900. Girls enjoy the sun on a California beach in the 1940s. Grand Central Terminal, New York City. The sun can't shine through like that now, due to the surrounding tall buildings. 1929. Street scene of New York City captured in 1907. Arikara Warrior, Bear's Belly, North Dakota, USA. Photo by Edward Curtis, 1909. Man prepares to dive wearing a heavy iron diving suit. British soldiers, interrupted during drag show rehearsals by a German raid, manning a BL 6-inch Mark 7 naval gun at Shornmead Fort, England in 1940. Johnny Eck poses for the film Freaks in 1932. Lockheed Martin. Employee Sally Wadsworth working on the fuselage of a P-38 Lightning in California in 1944. Girl hugs a soldier at a Pennsylvania train station, 1945. Visiting quarantined family and friends at Ullevål Hospital, Oslo. Photo by Anders Beer Wels, 1905. American girls beat the heat in the 1940s, New York. American troops treat a wounded dog on Orote Peninsula. W. Eugene Smith, 1944. Police restrain emotional Beatles fans in 1964. San Francisco's iconic Cliff House, shortly before it was destroyed by fire in 1907. Beauty salon contest winner smiles in 1920s Brighton. Shepherds listening to music records, Azerbaijan, 1939. English women in swimsuits pose for a photo in the 1960s. JFK and Bill Clinton greeting at the White House in 1963. Shepherd leads a flock through London streets in 1929. Santos Dumont transports his monoplane in France around 1909. Elderly blacksmith shoes a horse in the 1930s in England. Couple poses proudly with their BMW Isetta in the 1950s. British beachgoers ride a toboggan by the sea in 1927. Red Cross dog helps treat a wounded British soldier in 1915. Actress Madeline Smith smiles for a photo in May 1971. Indian cavalry soldiers cook a meal in France, 1915. World War II, veteran and son view the Golden Gate Bridge in 1959. Italian monk wears a ceremonial funeral mask in 1892. Werner von Braun stands before rocket engines in 1969.